Hello everyone, this is the Classic Pro, and before we get started, I would like to make a few shoutouts. First off, I would like to make a shout out to my friend WBF910, A.K.A. BlueHero. Go check out his channel. He does Battle Bears videos, and they're pretty good. Go check him out. I would also like to give a shout out to Classic Isaiah 15, whom formerly was known as just Isaiah 15. Shout out to you. And Modern Knuckles Pro. So without further ado, let's get started. And would you look at that, we're going to be playing a PlayStation game today. Cool, right? Oh, and just in case you hear noises, some very strange noises, it might be coming from the chair I'm sitting in, so my apologies for that. And we've got an opening cutscene. This is gonna take about it's gonna take a couple of minutes, so you can either you can watch or you can just skip to the title screen.
Fox Archipelago was attacked and captured by next-generation special forces, being led by members of Foxhound. They're demanding that the government turn over the remains of Big Boss, and they say that if their demands are not met within 24 hours, they'll launch a nuclear weapon. You'll have two mission objectives. First, you're to rescue DARPA Chief Donald Anderson and the president of Armstead, Kenneth Baker. Both are being held as hostages. Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to make a nuclear strike and stop them if they do. What's the insertion method? We'll approach the disposal facility by sub. And then we'll launch a one-man SDV. After the SUV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim. High-Tech Special Forces Unit Foxhound. Your former unit, and one that I was a commander of. So they're still around. There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terrorist activity. Psycho Mattis, with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter. Decoy Octopus, master of disguise. Vulcan Raven, giant and shaman. And Revolver Ocelot, specialist in interrogation and a formidable gunfighter. And finally, in charge of them, Foxhound squad leader. Liquid Snake. Liquid Snake? The man with the same code name as you. The nuclear weapons disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target. Anyone going with me? As usual, this is a one-man infiltration mission. Weapons and equipment OSP? Yes. This is a top-secret black op. Don't expect any official support.
And so it begins. And yes, we are going to be playing Metal Gear Solid. Released in... Is my controller working? Ugh. Hold on a second. Okay, now it's working. So yeah, we're going to be playing Metal Gear Solid, released in 1998 for the Sony PlayStation. Presented by Konami. So before we actually get started, I would like to point out that I made a part 0 video, which features no gameplay whatsoever. It is a video on the previous operations from Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, which are the prequels to Metal Gear Solid, and the first 2 games in the Metal Gear franchise. The briefing is are events that take place before you actually start the mission in Metal Gear Solid. So if you want to go watch that video, I'll be uploading it around the same time as part 1. So you can either make the choice if you want to watch that video first or go right to part 1 of my playthrough. So without further ado, let's get started with a new game, and we're gonna go to normal mode. Hard mode, the radar is turned off, so we don't want that. And we've got another cutscene, by the way, in case you haven't noticed. Oh, and we also have opening credits, too. And it's codec time.
This is Snake. Colonel, can you hear me? Loud and clear. What's the situation, Snake? Looks like the elevator in the back is the only way up. Just as I expected. You'll have to take the elevator to the surface. But make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the select button. When we need to contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise,
Press the select button.
The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small lobes of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it. Got it. Okay, I'm ready to go.
Alright, let's get started. So this is Metal Gear Solid. First things first, we're going to head down here underwater, and we're going to grab this ration right here. Rations are used to restore your health in the game. But the main point is to not be spotted by the enemies, because this is a stealth game, and you don't want to get caught by any of the enemies. Which also means that you don't want to take any damage either. Make sure there are no enemies in sight. Press the triangle button to go into the first person mode. We'll learn more about that later on. In Metal Gear Solid, it's in a first-person view, so... Well, not a first-person view. The game acts in a fixed camera, So you have to be careful not to get... watch your surroundings. Go into first-person mode if you have to. If you hug the edge of a certain wall, it will go into a different view like this. And it will give you a better view of your surroundings if there are any enemies nearby. So we're just gonna hang around here in this corner, make sure no one sees us. We're gonna have to stay here for a while until the elevator comes back. Unfortunately. So we're gonna head right here. Okay, the elevator came back, so... If I wanted to, I could actually knock on the walls, but I'm not going to. Because, if I knock on the walls, they're gonna come around that corner to that exact spot and actually take a look. So we're just gonna head up the elevator, and we made it past the first part, without being spotted, and we are good to go. Great start. Great start. Oh, it's just gonna get worse from here. Produced by Hideo Kojima. The man that Konami got rid of. Unfortunately. Tactical espionage action. Metal Gear Solid. Oh, and in case you haven't noticed, I'm actually playing this game on my PS2 because I do not have a PS1. Just in case you guys were wondering.
It's Snake. I'm in front of the disposal facility.
Excellent, Snake. Age hasn't slowed you down one bit.
Thanks to the VR training I did on board the Discovery.
How's that sneaking suit working out?
I'm nice and dry, but it's a little hard to move.
Bear with it. It's designed to prevent hypothermia. This is Alaska, you know.
Take it easy. I'm grateful. If it weren't for your suit and your shot, I would have turned into a popsicle out there.
An anti-freezing peptide, Snake. All of the genome soldiers in this exercise are using it.
I see. I'm relieved to hear that. Already tested, huh? By the way, how's the diversionary operation going?
2 F-16s just took off from Galena and are headed your way. The terrorist radar should have already picked them up.
Indeed. Colonel, what's a Russian gunship doing here?
I have no idea, but it looks like our little diversion got their attention. Now's your best chance to slip in unnoticed. There are only 18 hours left until their deadline. You've got to hurry.
Wow, you must be crazy to fly a hind in this kind of weather.
Who's that?
Oh, sorry. I haven't introduced you two yet. This is Mei Ling. She was assigned to us as our visual and data processing specialist. She designed your codec, as well as your Soliton radar system. Contact her if you have any questions about either of them.
Nice to meet you, Snake. It's an honor to speak to a living legend like yourself. What's wrong?
Nothing. I just didn't expect a world-class designer of military technology to be so cute.
You're just flattering me.
No, I'm serious. Well, I know I won't be bored for the next 18 hours.
Come on. I can't believe I'm being hit on by the famous Solid Snake. But I'm surprised. You're very frank for a trained killer.
Looks like we both have a lot to learn about each other.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to learning about the man behind the legend. But first, let me explain about your Soliton radar system. The bright dot in the middle is you, Snake. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision.
Be careful, Snake. The genome soldiers have highly developed senses of hearing and vision due to their gene therapy.
Then how come they can't hear me when I'm running behind them?
First, I want you to infiltrate the disposal site and look for the DARPA chief.
The DARPA chief was injected with the same GPS transmitting nanomachines as you.
He should appear on your radar as a green dot.
Get whatever information you can from him about the terrorists. If he's alive, that is.
Snake, your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it.
Yes, it gets jammed easily, I'm afraid.
Yes, it's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful.
We'll be monitoring your movements by radar, so contact us by codec anytime you want.
Got it. I'll call if I'm feeling lonely.
Seriously, Snake, we're here to back you up, so call if you need some information or advice.
I'm also in charge of your mission data. Contact me if you want me to record your current status. My frequency is 140.96. It's a dedicated frequency for saving data. Don't forget it.
Remember, except for your binoculars, you're naked. You need to arm yourself with whatever weapons you can find.
I remember. First, I'm strip searched by Dr. Naomi here, and then all my weapons are taken away. Imagine yourself put in that position.
Well, if you make it back in one piece, maybe I'll let you do a strip search on me.
I
I'll
wish.
hold you to that, Doctor. By the way, sorry to disappoint you, but I did manage to smuggle out my smokes.
How did you do that?
In my stomach. Thanks to the shot you gave me that suppressed my stomach acids.
I don't know how that works.
How are those going to help you?
You never know.
I don't know how that works. I wish I did, but I don't
If
know.
you want to get in, there's the front door. It's the fastest way, but there's too much risk of being spotted by the enemy.
I can't just knock on the door and ask them to let me in. There's one sentry on the left and one on the right. They're armed with 5.56ers and pineapples.
Just so you know, I'm not controlling this.
What about the air duct near the door? There should also be a duct on the second floor.
I can't see it from here.
I'll let you decide the best seat away. I'm counting on you, Snake.